right, and we are live. Hello, like here from the Florida Keys. We have a few people, a few minutes to log in while we're getting this worked out. But any of you that's here, I see Melody and Lou are here, and Journey's End is here. Can you guys actually hear us and see us? And can you see this awesome sail? What is that? Kate sailing in the background.
Surfing. He's putting on a show back there, and we didn't even have to pay him to do it.
I'm like, this is working out perfect. We're gonna apologize right off the bat if there's a lot of wind noise, but obviously there's wind kite surfers surfing right now, so you know that it's a little windy here. But we're doing our best, and we wanted to be live from down on the beach in Curry Hammock State Park.
Yeah, here in the Keys. We're on the Marathon Key here, and it's beautiful.
Hi, Dawn, and I just see Katrina and Chris just popped in. We are so excited, and Journey's End just said no wind noise on their end. That is awesome.
That is awesome because it's kind of windy down here. Earlier today it was windy. We were testing. The only other problem we might have is the power's not working here like it was earlier, so I don't know if something happened, so hopefully we don't go dead in midstream.
Journey's End just actually asked us a question right off the bat. Sure. We love questions, so if you have any throughout this whole entire thing, go ahead and ask us. How did we get into Curry Hammock State Park in Florida in the Keys in March?
We won the lottery.
Yeah, we did. And we actually got in off of a camper. I got notified that there was a cancellation, and I jumped on it, got into the site, and then felt literally like we won the lottery when we got it put into our inbox.
Yeah, we had to be on there within a couple of minutes of getting the email that there was a cancellation, and you had to take what was there. So we got 9 days. We're hoping for 14, but we took it and enjoyed every minute of it so far.
Yeah. And we were here. We're here 9 nights.
Yep.
And so far we have done almost everything that you possibly can. But tomorrow morning we are going to be taking a tour with one of the rangers for kayaking, and we're really looking forward to that.
Yeah, they do that once a week, and they take a guided hike once a week from the park. So we're going to get in on the kayak tomorrow, so that should be fun.
Yeah, we're sorry we're in sunglasses too, but it is really bright here.
Yeah,
I mean, like we do have eyes. I guess we do.
It's not too bad here.
We're kind of under the shade, and I just keep watching this guy in the background, and I'm hoping that he does one of those crazy flips for y'all. Melody and Lou asked if we have room for them in the rig. No, our rig actually will have 6 for cocktails, 4 for dinner, and only sleeps 2. Sorry. It's a good rule to have as an RVer.
Yeah. We've had people like Deb's family has come and stayed with us, and it gets really tight really fast.
It does. It's enjoyable to have friends and family come and stay for the afternoon, but when we have them sleeping overnight, it does get kind of crazy. But we're absolutely loving it down here. We have been having a great time. We have found some amazing little places to go for happy hour.
Off the beaten path.
Yeah. One that had actually really good fresh sushi. And one that had 45 cents wings and fresh peel and eat shrimp. That was absolutely amazing during happy hour.
Yeah.
And otherwise, if you see us on Facebook, yesterday we took Maya down to Key West and had a day out with her down in Key West. And I'd been there once as a kid, but I really don't think that counts because I was like 8 or 10, and Joel had never been there. So it was really, really fun to go down with Maya and explore the area.
And it was pretty dog friendly, especially walking around for sure. And then a couple of the bars and restaurants had patio seating where you could bring your dog. So it was definitely doable with a pet.
So where is everybody else coming from? Obviously, we're in the Florida Keys, and Mike, Teresa, and Jimmy in Vermont. They're ordering their new RV, and we can't wait to see the final model. We're excited for you guys. That's going to be awesome, and we hope to see you out here on the road.
We can't wait to get to Vermont.
Yeah, Vermont is not a place that we've been yet.
Nope, not yet.
we skirted it when we went to Maine, but haven't gotten the chance to actually get to that section or really do
anything.
I mean, yeah, New Hampshire or Connecticut, we did a couple nights, but I said we want to go back up there and do that corridor. It would be amazing. We see someone's coming in from Florida right now. Others or whatever. I know, obviously, Katrina and Chris, we know you are, well, Katrina's in Florida right now. Chris, you're back up in Maryland. Good luck with everything going on up there. But we're here. Obviously, it's cocktail hour. Let us know in the comments, too, what you are enjoying for your beverage tonight for a happy hour. I said, I have not a Long Island iced tea.
No.
I have sweet tea and lemon LaCroix soda. And Joel,
the vodka and Sprite.
Vodka and Sprite. Very simple tonight. Nice and refreshing, sitting out here, enjoying this beautiful weather. We're sorry to all our friends and family back in Wisconsin.
Back in the cold weather.
I'm like, just pretend this is snow. Maybe that'll make you feel better. Oh, New Horizons are in here. Yay. I said they're up in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee,
awesome.
And then back to Indiana for the doctor's appointment. Oh, our friends, Red and TJ.
Hey guys.
I'm like, hi. We're so glad you guys could join us. Someone else is yelling, yeah, no snow. I'm like, we're just trying to make them feel better. But I said we're can't say that we're hating the weather down here at all.
No, Florida weather ever since we got here in December in Florida, it's been great weather for the most part.
Yeah.
Hardly even any rain. That's weird.
Yeah. We do want to thank all of you that are in the Sunshine Squad for joining us on here and also supporting us in our video we just did on Fort Myers Beach. It's was one of those things that we had a lot of new people coming in and saying some comments that kind of were rude, but a couple of you in the Sunshine Squad jumped on those comments and responded for us, saying, you know, why are you asking that, or why are you saying that? You're being rude. But I said we were as honest and upfront with everyone as possible, like we always are.
Yeah, and we, took the hurricane piece out of it, and it's just a park we wouldn't go back to.
Oh, look at who's joined us.
Hey.
The Taylor family.
They're back in Wisconsin.
They're back in Wisconsin. I'm like, they just left down here. And so we'll have to say special hi to Ava and Jack.
Yep.
And you'll probably be seeing both of them in an upcoming video.
Yeah, they did a great job.
So they're friends of ours from Wisconsin, and happened to bump into them leaving a happy hour down here on St. Patrick's Day.
Imagine meeting somebody from Wisconsin at a happy hour.
Especially when you hear your name and you're like, why is someone calling our name? We're leaving. And they were like, oh my gosh, their grandpa used to actually work with me when I was in the drug unit. So if you don't know us, obviously I'm Deb and Joel.
Yep.
And we're both retired law enforcement. I had 23 years in, and
just under 30,
all in Wisconsin. We had our Sticks and Bricks house for 20 years. We sold that in January of 2021, finished off work, retired October 1st, had our retirement party on 10/2, which is the police code for everything's good, and then hit the road on 10/4, which is everything's okay.
It was a busy weekend.
It was a busy weekend, but it's been wonderful.
Yeah.
And we've been out full timing since October of 2021. So pretty awesome.
Yeah. So obviously we came from Fort Myers to here, and then what's our plans after this?
Our plans after this.
She makes them all, so I have to ask.
Yeah. We are going to head from the Keys up to the tip of Lake Okeechobee, where we're going to hang out there for about a week and explore that area. The Lake Okeechobee is really known for, obviously, the huge lake with bass fishing on it. And there's apparently a nice walking and hiking, biking trail that goes all the way around the lake on top of the levee. But then we're going to head for a little bit over to the Orlando area before we hit the Tiffin Rally.
Yeah.
We own a 35-foot diesel pusher that's a Tiffin, a 2018 Allegro Red 20.
Right.
But once we leave the Tiffin Rally, which is an awesome story, when we originally bought our RV, 4 or 5 days before we actually were going to fly down to pick up our RV from Florida, we got put on lockdowns because of COVID and could not go. And so we had to cancel a bunch of reservations. We had an 11-day trip planned back, and we had to have our RV shipped to us. Then we had plans to stay in reservations for 2 nights in Cedar Key at a little it's called Tiki Bar. It's called, I think, the Hideaway, Low Tide Hideaway or something like that. But we got given a rain check. Well, we were changing up after we got into the Keys, some reservations. I emailed the resort, and here they had the owner that had originally given us the rain check had actually sold the place. So they said, but we'll honor it. And then we're like, okay, that was amazing. So I said, well, we had 2 nights. Do you have 3 nights available so that we could actually give you guys some money? And they're like, yes. So now we're going to go on the way out of Florida up to Cedar Key for 2 nights. Then we're going to hit 2 state parks that we got into off cancellations also. We're going to hit up Top Sail, which I know our friends Katrina and Chris will tell you or whatever, that the 2 nights is not going to be enough and we're going to want to stay more as that's their favorite state park. And then we're going to go to Gulf Shores in Alabama and stay at Gulf State Park for 2 nights.
Which we've been to before and we loved it, so we were happy to get back in there.
Yeah, even for the 2 nights. We're going to have an amazing time, and then we might hit, depending upon what happens at the Tiffin Rally, we might hit up Red Bay before we snake our way back up through Tennessee and maybe see our friends Lynn and Danny, and then go to back to Wisconsin for summer.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so... But like I said, top Sail.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Is something that we're really looking forward to, and Gulf State Park. We would go with our friend's recommendation that we're going to love Top Sail, but I said Gulf State Park had an amazing biking trail, and Joel accused me of trying to kill him.
Well, it's like 25 miles long, and you took me on it.
Well, it was 1 loop or whatever, and we both looked at it and thought it was 5 miles loop, and it ended up being almost 8. So
it felt like 25.
Yeah, and then accused me of not giving him any water.
Well, you didn't give me any water.
There was water stations the whole entire way.
But you didn't let me stop.
Yeah.
Or the dog. The dog didn't get any water.
But she did too. There was like cute little dog stations too. I see a question from MB. What is the latest with our slides?
Yes.
So we can tell you guys, and they said it will be an upcoming video on it too. We're kind of messed up ever since the Tampa RV show on the order of our stuff coming out, but we were able to actually get the slides fixed.
Yeah, we finally found a mobile tech when we were just outside of St. Augustine. That he finally came and took it all apart, reworked it all, and fixed it. But he did give us some other bad news that the other side looks like it's going to be neat. Looks like it needs to be rebuilt too. So far, knock on wood, it's been working fine. So we've been doing pretty good for a while. So that's good.
Yeah. And that's also why we don't know if we're going to end up having to stop in Red Bay or not, because we're going to have the techs look at it there and get their opinion.
Right.
But we're guessing we're going to have to go to Red Bay. We're hoping not, because we'd rather snake our way back to Wisconsin and see all our friends and family. And I should probably do a shout out to my dad, who's probably watching now. And
my mom and dad.
His mom and dad, I believe, are watching too. So hi, Mom and Dad. But I said,
so we did talk to the Lippert folks when we were at the Tampa RV show, and they did say that if there's a really big problem, we could take it back up to Elkhart. Was that where it was? Elkhart? Yeah, where they have a shop, and they would rebuild it. But so we're going to see. But right now, knock on wood, it's been working good.
Yeah, and we appreciate you thinking that our campground review of the Fort Myers Beach area was a really honest review. We did enjoy coming up with our new rating system for campgrounds too. And we will have a video coming out from Curry Hammock State Park to see how it actually rates for campgrounds as well.
Right.
And I see we have a question. What site was it that we were at with the power issues? And that was N19.
19 or 18.
And yeah, 19 or 18. And if you end up starting to go there and they're putting you right next to another RV where it's only like literally inches away,
right,
that's the bad site.
We ended up in K10.
And that was fine.
I think it was N18.
Yeah.
I do know it's said in our video because I can hear, but I'm pretty sure it was N18. But K10 was fine. We never had an issue there.
No power issues or whatever. Just be prepared. It's the weird buddy sites. Get to know your neighbor. It was nice. The person that we actually shared the buddy sites with, we think he worked somewhere else full time, and he was never there other than to sleep.
And he never sat outside at all.
And which was fine, but we didn't really want to sit outside too. Another tip we forgot to put actually in the video. In the video is the no-see-ums and the bugs are bad. I got eaten alive, which is so weird
because the only time I didn't get eaten. I mean, she did. So
Joel is the one that always gets eaten alive by bugs. And actually, a friend of mine that just popped in, our friend Rochelle and Kim. Hey guys, she can attest because she was on a kayaking trip, or actually a canoeing trip with us one time, where he was swatting flies away the whole entire time we were kayaking. And hey, Adam. Adam, are you guys still in Texas? I'm like, we were all like seeing Joel hit. Sorry, someone kite just came right down off the roof right above us.
That's all right.
Never know what happens in a live video. But Joel took his shirt off and he looked like he had the mumps or the measles, and he had huge welts from all the bugs that were biting him, and not one of us had a single thing. It was kind of funny. Rochelle, see, she said those flies were horrible or whatever. I actually think they were deer flies that were biting us. They're on their way, taking a trip in about 5 weeks out to the east.
Nice.
We can't wait for you to see the East Coast area. But I said we are really looking forward to getting back to Wisconsin to see our friends and family, but then also talking about Fort Myers Beach RV Park. And we were saying that one site had the power issues. We are super grateful for having our Watchdog Surge Guard Protector by Hughes.
Yeah, with the app that goes on your phone, when it cuts the power out, it comes up and tells you exactly what the problem is. We were at one other park where it was a ground issue, and we were able to tell the park owners what was going on, and they fixed that right away too. So it really is helpful in letting you know what's going on with the power, but also making sure your rig's safe.
Someone else just had their rigs. Hi, Renee. That they just had theirs walked on, and a mobile tech had helped them too. That's so awesome. Love mobile techs or whatever. We got to give a shout out to all mobile techs that are able to come and work on your site. For those of you that aren't full-time RVers, what a mobile tech actually is a person that is certified that can actually come fix your RV and different components of it.
Yeah, they usually come to your site, which is nice because then you don't have to move your rig. And so far we've met everyone that we met has been really honest of what they can and cannot do. So that's helpful.
Right. And I said it. So it's basically like if you have your house where you have something go wrong with your plumbing, you call a plumber or a roto-rooter or an electrician or whatever, but it's the mobile tech can work on it all. Right. Obviously, you can also take them into garages as well,
Yep.
and RV repair shops. But obviously, with us living full time in the RV, that doesn't work very well because it's not like we can just drop it off and then come back in a week or two when they can actually get the repairs done also.
Right.
Uh,
So we get asked a lot how we plan our trips, or more importantly, how Deb plans our trips. So we use Trip Wizard, right?
Yeah, RV Trip Wizard by RV Life Pro, and I absolutely love it. It's got different features where you can search for specific RV campsites, where if it's dog friendly, if it's a state park, if it's a Corps of Engineer park, a national park, and or a private campground. I normally search for private parks and or I normally search for state parks, county parks, city parks, Corps of Engineer parks are our top 4. We're finding those to be really nice. And then we go into private parks from there. We haven't been anywhere yet that a national park would have worked for us. A lot of the times the sites are too small, and we had already had the only one that we would have had the opportunity to do was up in Maine. But when I looked, they were already booked out and I wasn't able to get in there. But we had already had our RV reservations made for up there anyways.
Right, and it's easy to track your trips. In fact, I can just go in there and Deb enters it, so I know exactly where we're going. When people ask me, I can go, well, let me check this out, where we're going and how many days we're going to be there. And it keeps track of your mileage and stuff for the whole trip. So it's pretty nice.
It is. And they do have a RV friendly GPS that does come with it. It's not the best GPS, but we use that as our backup. We do our Garmin 890, which is an RV specific, where it's got our heights, weights, and widths, everything in it.
Not ours.
Not ours, the rigs. But we know if we can get under a bridge or not. And I said it's great or whatever. And I just really like using that as our tool for figuring out which way to go. Yep. But we compare that route to our Garmin. And then I have actually Google Maps going at the same time because that gives you like real-time updates while traveling on slowdowns. They give little thumbs down when those awful police officers are sitting in the median or there's a speed trap. So I said it's kind of funny, but we've noticed down here in the Keys, I said what is the name of the county? Monroe County.
They must have 700 squad cars because they park them alongside Highway 1 if nobody in them, and they're there for days.
Yeah.
Several have been there the whole week we're here. So
we're like,
in several locations. So.
Yeah. So, but I guess it slows the traffic down. Not that it can get any slower down here because driving on A1A down in the Keys is an experience.
Highway 1.
Yeah. Isn't it A1A with the? Oh, it's Highway 1. Like we got our picture taken at mile marker 0 the other day. We're hoping someday to get up and get to the other end in Maine and get our picture there too. I think that would be really cool.
It's really nice to see this Park Curry hammock. I don't know what time is it here now, close to 5:20 or 5:30, and there are a ton of people here grilling out, kite surfing, fishing, sitting on the beach. It's pretty fun.
Rochelle just asked us what is our favorite find in the Keys. I'm going to say it was this cute old couple that we met at happy hour. It was Mike and Blanche. They were just so fun to talk to. It was hard to get a word in edgewise between the two of them, but they both had their significant others pass away 3 or 4 years ago due to dementia. And Mike's daughter actually introduced Blanche to Mike and said, Dad, you can't be alone anymore. I don't want you being alone. And you need to hang out with Blanche. And these two were an absolute
They were. They were certainly not getting married because they're close to 90, and that wouldn't make any sense. So
Yeah.
that was funny.
Yeah, we got to hear about it. But I said it's like meeting people like that on our travels makes it so enjoyable. And that's why we always have said the community that we're making and meeting with Chasing Our Sunshine means the world to us.
Yeah, and he's had a place down here for 35 years and gave us a few more places to go to hit up some. So Sharky's was good. Kiki's Tiki Bar we found was good. Yeah,
that was fun. Castaways is where we met them, and that's where they have amazing sushi.
Yep.
And then they have $2 Yingling
from 1 to
4. So
when we were down in Key West, I liked Blue Heaven Restaurant. That was really cool.
Oh my god, that was
great food. Roosters running around everywhere. It's funny.
It is, and we were so surprised. Maya didn't even like notice the roosters. It was like kind of funny because I thought for sure they might drive her nuts, but she was perfectly fine with them.
The kayaking, the mangroves around the Curry Hammock State Park were pretty fun too, and we're going to get to do more of that tomorrow, I hope. So,
yeah. Oh, but let's scroll back here and see if I missed any questions as like we were talking. I hear someone's going to try to, we've talked about upgrading our twin tech to Vroom. We're heading out to Arizona area next winter. Yeah. So we're hoping maybe that we can.
Well, and I know they're booked way out. So do you have your appointment already and where? I know they're opening some new spots to get it done, but I agree with you. The Vroom is much better system. We just haven't made that step yet. And I hear they're getting pretty pricey, so we'll have to see.
Oh, but as we've talked about, we've been hiking and kayaking and stuff, and I said it's really important to us to incorporate some health and fitness on the road. I'm going to tell you, after all of the food and drinks that we did in Fort Myers Beach, and now down here in the Keys, we are going to be going on a massive diet when we get back to the mainland of Florida.
It'll be a rude awakening.
It is, but
Deb's busting our budget.
Yes, we have. I guess I'm like when we were in Fort Myers Beach, it wasn't as bad, but down here, it's island prices
for sure.
But we do definitely want to focus more on our health, cooking at home, and less alcohol. But I said it's everything. Oh my gosh, everything's about fun and moderation.
Right.
I mean, we still have fun no matter what. But speaking of food and drink, now let us know in the comments now who else bought the Peeps, because we're going to taste test these things. I am not looking forward to this. We did not get a piece of key lime pie. We did not. We went to Blue Heaven and had an amazing brunch. And then by the time we stopped and walked by the key lime place, we were both so full that neither one of us wanted to get a piece, and we didn't want to carry it around because we had Maya, and I said it just didn't work. And so I said there'll always be next time for us to get a piece of key lime pie because we'll go back.
So I think we're going to try the Dr. Pepper Peeps first and then go to the spicy ones, but we'll see. I don't know who comes up with this stuff.
I am not.
Well, this is Deb's favorite soda.
Yes,
Dr.
Pepper is my favorite soda. So I figured that this one probably is going to be
smells like better. Dr. Pepper. Holy cow.
It does really smell like Dr. Pepper.
That's crazy.
All right. So if you have them or whatever, now's the time or whatever.
Here goes. Let us know what flavor you're trying.
I don't like Peeps ever.
Tastes like Dr. Pepper.
It does taste like Dr. Pepper, but the texture of them is just awful.
Oh, very sweet.
Oh my gosh.
It's like a marshmallow.
It is a marshmallow, but I said it's like weird, chewy. Yeah.
Marshmallowy?
Yep.
You're not going to eat
I don't like Peeps. I am not looking forward to the hot and spicy one at all.
All right. The next one is hot tamale. I loved hot tamales growing up. Always get them when we went to the movies. These are bright red.
Oh my God.
You can't
Oh,
make
they smell like cinnamon.
Yeah, well, that's what a hot tamale is.
Oh.
There's the little guy. He's not going to make it.
Oh.
Nope. Just like a hot tamale. Here.
Oh.
I'm going to eat mine.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Which one, Renee? Which one did you like? I didn't mind the flavor of either of them.
Yeah.
It's the marshmallow.
I thought both of them were great.
Oh.
We did one once before with Deb's brother and his wife and kids. We did a little taste test with some really strange ones. I didn't like any of them.
Oh, key lime pie was really good. Yeah, I would eat the key lime pie way before I'd ever eat those Peeps again. But the
Okay, couldn't find them.
yeah, Kate and Steve couldn't find them. Hi guys.
We just happened to run across them one day.
Yeah.
And she came up with this crazy idea.
Yeah, I'll just drink some more of
Exactly.
my sweet tea here. I think that taste is going to stick with me for a while.
Duck, so they can see that guy taking off there. Oh, I keep letting that go dead. I get it.
Yeah. But I would say the worst ones that we did and tried with my brother and sister-in-law and kids was watermelon and blueberry.
Yeah.
They were really bad, really sweet, and I remember the watermelon didn't even taste like watermelon. It was just like pure sugar.
A lot of times they just taste like chemicals.
Yeah.
But these were actually pretty good.
Yeah, well, Joel can eat them. So
Maya can have some.
yeah, Maya can have some. We got Rochelle asked how dog friendly was the Keys. Well, I guess you're going to have to watch our video coming up. The exact title is going to be how friendly is the
But we'll
Keys.
give you a sneak peek. They're pretty friendly. I mean, it was crowded and walking up and down the streets. You see a lot of dogs, and as long as your dog's friendly, that'll be fine. The restaurants and bars were a little harder to find, but just do a little legwork. They were good.
Yeah, I use them.
There's even one called Dog Island or something.
Yeah, it was like Dog Island restaurant or pub or something like that. But we went.
Dog's Breath Saloon was friendly for dogs, and then Blue Haven, where we ate breakfast, was very friendly.
And but Hog's Breath was really it's seriously the cutest picture. She's like sitting on this little ledge. She's got her little bowl of water they gave her, and she's like right snuggled up right below Joel.
Right.
That picture's on Facebook and an Instagram.
The funny thing, Curry Hammock, where we currently are, dogs can come into the park and in the campground, but they're not allowed on the beach or in the water at all. So that's a little difficult. Trying to keep her out of the water, but
yeah. But I said she looks at this. We were going to bring her down here for the live too, but then we're like, no, we're going to be right in front of the ocean, and she would have been trying to pull and get into the water the whole entire time. So we were like, no, Maya, not tonight.
Nope.
So other things.
A lot of people ask us about medical and stuff while we're on the road. We did just join FMCA. More so for the club and stuff that it is, but they offer, along with your membership, the medical flight insurance, which we did not have prior to that. So that's pretty important. If you're somewhere and you need to get flown out, that'll be covered then if your normal health insurance doesn't cover it. Otherwise, like we said before, we use the marketplace, healthcare.gov, and you can enter all your information in there, and it's all based on your income and other things like that, and where you can purchase your healthcare from. And because we are South Dakota residents, you purchase it from the county you live in. So we had to purchase ours out of South Dakota. Yeah.
We're really enjoying being South Dakota residents.
Yeah.
There's just some new updates to voter ability, I guess, the ability to vote.
Right.
A law was just signed by the governor that says that if you're going to be voting in a local election, which is like school board,
city council things
judges, county positions, that you have to be in that county for 30 days prior to voting and asking for a ballot that way. Otherwise, the national ballots will always be available.
Correct.
So a lot of people are kind of scared because they're hearing voting rights are being taken away. But from my understanding, it's only the local ones, and we didn't vote for them anyways. You could actually opt out when signing up as an RVer, whether or not you wanted to get those local ones, and we didn't. As obviously we live in our RV and are traveling, so those local elections actually don't affect us. It's more,
and we didn't want to affect what happens on the local level there. So
yeah, but otherwise, things are going well. Being South Dakota residents.
Yeah.
There have been no issues with signing up for anything using our mailbox from Escapees, which we actually have 2 different addresses, which is our permanent address in South Dakota, but then all our mail actually gets sent to a personal mailbox in Texas. So it does a little bit confusing, but absolutely love our Escapees membership. We taken their boot camp when we first hit the road, and we would recommend any new RVer to actually take that boot camp. And we of course did a whole video on it, so you can watch that if you want to go back and you haven't seen that. But we also did one on our South Dakota residency as well. And if anybody has questions on any of this throughout the whole thing, we specifically throw out your questions.
Even anything we're not talking about, we're happy to answer any questions.
Yeah. And also, if you're not sure how to comment on Facebook or YouTube and you have our phone numbers, you can text us because our phones are right here, and we can answer that, because Joel's mom had just texted and said that they're enjoying the live. So I said, isn't this beautiful? But otherwise, some exciting news on our end for Chasing Our Sunshine is that we have started creating an actual new website. We changed our name from Chasing RV Sunshine to Chasing Our Sunshine back in November. And because of that, we started planning and putting out a new website. It's actually live now, and it's chasingoursunshine.net. And
Chasing our sunshine.
Did I say our?
Oh, you are. Yeah, no, we did. I was like, just sometimes I think it's abbreviated or whatnot. So things are falling in the wind. Song about blowing in the wind, isn't there? I'm pretty sure. So, and along with that, you're able to go in there and sign up for what is going to be coming an upcoming newsletter that we will put out to those that are signed up to get it.
And who's writing that newsletter?
Apparently, I am.
Yeah, him and Maya.
Yeah. So that'll be exciting.
Quarterly newsletter by Joel and Maya. So
quarterly is a loose time frame.
Yeah. But we want to say anybody that does sign up for that, we're not going to be selling your email address or sending you a bunch of weird stuff. What we do want to promote is special sales that through some of our membership of being Battleborn affiliates and Techno RV affiliates. They send us inside information and early sales that we can then send out to you,
right.
Because we're all about saving money, and when something goes on sale, it's the best time to buy it. So I said that's one thing we plan on doing is to send out basically that heads up. Hey, Techno RV is having a sale on GPS units right now. If you're looking for one,
and that'll be a small portion of it, because the rest will be about what we're up to and what's new in the RV world or whatever comes into my mind at any given moment.
You don't want to know. I live with him, and I don't want to know what's in his mind every given minute. Why did we change? Renee just asked why we changed from RV to R.
Great question.
That is a great question, because every time we were out and someone asked us what our channel name was, we would say Chasing RV Sunshine, and they would think we said R anyways. And then we had to explain to them what the RV was.
Well, in addition, we didn't want to limit ourselves and our experiences and what we share just to the RV world. If we go on a trip take a vacation. We wanted that to be part of our Chasing Sunshine. So we just kind of got rid of the RV and made it to our, because even if, years down the road, we stop RVing, but take up something else, we want to be able to keep the same name.
And they said we are focusing on being a travel channel. What is the best thing to do when you get to an area? It's support the locals or whatever. The RV is what gets us to the area, and we love RV life. But I said RVing itself or whatever can be a limiting niche, and we wanted our name to be more reflective of what we're about.
Right.
Yeah. So I said, and you know what we're about? We're chasing our sunshine, and we found it down here in the Florida Keys.
Definitely have it. Thing about the Keys, if you've never been, is traffic is something. Obviously, there's only one main road, and like they're doing construction. Well, they call it construction. They're trimming trees on the main road in the median, so they had lanes shut down in both directions, down to one lane, and a 10-minute trip turned into 45 minutes just because of that. So it's a thing. You just got to be patient, and people are pretty nice letting you in and out. So that's pretty good.
Yeah. The favorite part of the Keys, I would have to say, is the probably the marathon area.
Yeah.
We really like that. And there was a brewery that we went up to one day when it was raining. That was really nice. And I would like to explore that area more, because that looked absolutely beautiful.
Marathon seems to have the most to offer in all genres of stuff. And beaches, we didn't find too many great beaches in Key West, but Key West is more of your shopping and restaurants and the main drag and party time.
Yeah, it kind of reminded us of the Wisconsin Dells touristy, and then the bar district reminded us of Water Street in downtown Eau Claire,
or New Orleans to some extent.
Type, but not. I mean, on a really smaller scale.
We even saw a sign for a clothing optional bar upstairs above one of the other ones. So, we didn't go in there.
No. But how many months, Vicki just asked, and hi, how many months do you stay out during the year before you head back home?
Depends on weather. This year was longer than the year before. We left in late September, and we're probably not going to be back, depending on if we have to stop in Red Bay or not, until early May or mid-May.
Yeah.
And then we're leaving in late September next year too, because we have to go to the Albuquerque Balloon Festival.
Yeah, we're so excited that we got into the Albuquerque Balloon Festival.
Right.
Oh, and hey, Barb and Larry,
hey,
you guys just popped in. It is beautiful down
very
here.
Nice. Yes, much better than Fort Myers was where we were. So this is awesome.
We're sorry we couldn't meet up in Fort Myers, and we're glad you changed your plans, because
you wouldn't have been happy.
You wouldn't have been happy. I said we made the best of it, but I'm glad you switched. And I hope your dinner that you had last night was fun. We wish we could have been here. Actually, we wish all of you could have been here enjoying that dinner here with us, because it's gorgeous. But what were you saying before? I
was talking about partying and New Orleans.
Yeah, New Orleans and that. Well, it just seems.
What was best?
Yeah. So Key West or whatever, it was fun or whatever. But I would say that that's one that if we have a specific reason to go back there, we would.
Yeah.
But I said there's so much more on other islands that I enjoyed or whatever, that I'm like, I don't need to go back to Key West.
Right. I agree.
But otherwise, what was a really cool place we went to that had amazing pizza was the No Name Pub. Oh, that was really good.
That's kind of way off the beaten path, and we saw a bunch of key deer while we were driving there. But you got to expect to stand in line. It's not very big. It's very busy. So we had some friends, the folks that were just here, went back to Wisconsin. They said there was going to be a 3-hour wait for them, so they didn't actually stay. We got lucky. It was only about a half hour when we showed up, but everybody talks about the long waits there. And they say there's about $500,000 of dollar bills stuck to the walls at that bar.
Yeah, that's
They're everywhere.
Insane. It's everywhere.
And they got one of ours.
Yeah, they got one of ours. We put our sticker on it. We signed it, and then it's so dark in there. I said, well, let's just put one of our stickers on it, and then it'll stand out more. But we're guaranteed that it'll be covered up within a week.
Yeah, they say it'll be covered up in about 5 to 7 days, no matter where you put it. So
they're gonna redo the dinner the next time they're available. Thanks, guys. But otherwise, I said we're pretty excited about our new website and stuff, and just let you all. we are absolutely loving RV life and travel. Our whole entire purpose of our channel is, like I said, is to get out here, to meet other people,
Community. Yeah.
form a community. We're not at all about making money. We're actually about saving money and helping you get out here and do that yourselves. I said there's some channels or whatever that their whole entire gig is nothing but, hey, you know, I want to make money off of this channel. We're not about that. Everything that we've made from YouTube or even some stuff from Facebook, we have put back into our channel in order to make it better.
New equipment. Yeah.
Stickers. We got stickers
yeah.
now, so we've been handing them out, and we
coolers.
failed. We don't have our can koozies on our.
No, we don't have cans.
Technically, we're not supposed to be drinking here. This is water.
Oh, see, even the dog didn't like that.
Yeah, this is a section that says that you can't have alcoholic beverages, but that's what we think these handy dandy cups are for.
Got coffee.
It's coffee. We're having coffee on the beach, but otherwise.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much the end of our list that we were going to talk about. And oh, cool.
Hey, Scott.
Hello.
We're like glad you're heading to the Keys too. We don't want to leave.
Yeah, we don't want to leave.
But they're not going to let us stay here any longer.
No. Oh yeah, we did just take up pickleball.
Yeah. Anybody else playing pickleball? We are so excited that we actually learned how.
We've obviously heard about it for many years or whatever and see it at a bunch of the campgrounds. Just never really got around to doing it until we were at Thousand Trails Orlando and took it up there. So yeah.
It was fun. And then we ordered our pickleball set, and now a company.
Yeah, we just signed our first shoe deal. I think Air Jordan's next.
Yeah, the Air Bredigan's next or whatever, chasing our sunshine shoes.
Yeah.
But this company from, I believe, China is sending us some pickleball shoes, and they just got delivered to our next campground. So be prepared to see these awesome new shoes we're getting.
I didn't know they made pickleball shoes, but they do. Apparently, they're very similar to tennis shoes.
Tennis shoes, right? I'm guessing. But I said we're excited. The RV park, I called and told them that this was coming in, and they're like, said no problem, and they said they just put in pickleball courts themselves. Nice. Yeah. So we're excited to be able to get up there and play.
And there's even potential that where we park our RV back in Wisconsin, maybe putting in a pickleball court. So hopefully we can talk them into that.
Yeah, that'll be awesome, because then we could be playing all summer long.
Right.
Oh, but otherwise, does anybody else have any questions for us, or you just want to sit back and enjoy this gorgeous view with us? Any questions about Curry Hammock State Park or anything else that we have done?
Yeah, the Curry Hammock State Park has 28 sites, so it's very small. It's got electric and water, no sewer hookups, but they do have a dump station, and the bathhouse is very clean. There was some type of main water break along the highway right before we got here, so the water pressure is super low. But if you just fill your fresh water tank and use the pump, it's pretty good. But the water pressure within the showers are pretty
it's
pretty
hard
minimal.
To get soap out of my hair. But there also is a 1.5-mile hiking trail that goes through the mangroves. Right. It's like you feel like you're climbing right through them in the jungle. Yeah. That was pretty cool. Also here, I said this is a really nice and clean state park, and if you can get into any of the state parks down here, we would highly recommend them, because they're obviously half the cost of what a regular park is down here, and it's nearly impossible to get reservations. So we're very lucky that we got in here and are loving every second of it. But I think this is probably where we're going to leave you guys. Yeah, I think
our battery might be dying.
Our battery is going because I said, unfortunately,
the power didn't work.
The power didn't work at this pavilion that we're sitting under.
That's all right. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up on the video and subscribe if you haven't. And
we would roll bloopers, but it's live, so the whole thing was a blooper.
Yeah, they're always bloopers.
Yeah, so life's all full of bloopers. So we hope you enjoyed our live, and thank you for joining us for happy hour. And hopefully we brought you some sunshine while we're sitting here on this beautiful beach.
Yep.
And very nice to meet you too, Vicki.
Yep.
And like we said, we can't thank. Let's see how I can do this. I don't know. All right. We are just going to end the broadcast here. We're learning this new system and everything as we're going. But thanks for joining us.
Watching, everybody.
And we'll see you on Sunday's video where we might be driving down here to the Keys.
Could be.
See ya.
Bye, everybody.